here, and welcome to True Power Trumpet Fitness on this thrilling Thursday here in Connecticut. Life's good, campers. Life is good. Sorry about yesterday, didn't get anything up. Real life gets in the way, the cleaning lady, and oh geez, forget it. And tomorrow, believe it or not, I am going back to the dentist. I should be able to get something up, but we'll see. Anyway, just SFE this morning, which is very cool to do that. I like that. I love that book, guys. But anyway, what was I going to say? Yeah, it's raining like crazy. Miserable day out. I couldn't go out if I wanted to. And nice day to stay in and get some practicing done. But you saw the thumbnail. Pedal tones a la Callet. Guys, this is the first thing that Jerry ever taught me back in the day. And they haven't changed. The way he used them over the years, it's sort of morphed, and we'll talk about that. But there is something to be done for it. A lot of the guys, the old timers that have been with Jerry, back in the day, swear by them. And I just sort of use them as, it's sort of like, I don't know, it's sort of like a reflex reaction because they were an integral part of his whole system back in the day. And I'll get to all that. All right? So let's see what we got. First notes of the day. See, now that's what I'm talking about. That was just such a reflex reaction because I haven't played yet today that we go right to the pedal tones. You might like to use them as your opening salvo, whatever. I'll explain. Now, that is always a very good barometer, those opening pedal tones, as to how my chops are going to respond the rest of the day. That bodes well for what's taking place. All right? Anyway, now I am going to, I have my trumpet right here so I can get up close and personal to the laptop. So I don't know how it's going to distort the sound of the trumpet. The trumpet may sound ugly. Some of you trolls might say, well, that's just the way it rolls for you, Ralph. But it's pedal tones, so I'm not trying to, caress the baby. Anyway, actually, it's interesting, caress the baby. Mel Broyles, when I first started doing the pedal tones, Ralph, what the hell is that? I said, well, pedal tones, relaxing the tongue, all that sort of stuff. This was way back when Jerry just first started them. And he says, well, Ace, it's my experience that if you can't sell it, you probably shouldn't do it. I didn't argue with him because I was just so awestruck with him. But that never made any sense with me. I mean, do athletes do push-ups? You can't sell somebody doing a push-up, but it helps for the performance. So anyway, now these pedal tones, remember, they are not single pedals. They are double pedals, okay? Now, let me explain. The single pedal which Jerry and I do not endorse as a regular part of your routine in any way, shape, or form. Now, again, I hope this doesn't distort. Now, that is a low F. That is nothing more than an F sharp made to go flat. Okay? All right? Now, we don't like them for this reason. And Arturo Sandoval loves them. Claude Gordon loved them. But what you're doing is you're making the F sharp bend, which means, and for lack of a better term, you're coercing your chops. I don't like to coerce the chops. It is not something you're going to necessarily use. And in order to make the chop coerce to what you're doing, you have to tighten up the lip, the orbicularis oris, to make it do what you want. All right? And that is what we are against. Now, Arturo, I mean, he sounds like a freaking foghorn. I can't stand listening to him do it. He's proud of it. He just thinks it's great. Claude Gordon, I did them, he hasn't doing hours. I mean, when you get into that 52-week course and all that I did back in the day, and it didn't help one bit. Now, if it helped other players, knock yourself out. All right? Jerry developed these when he was, this is the foundation for the entire trumpet yoga. Okay? He was literally shaving one day, okay? And he had his trumpet in the bathroom, and he was doing some stuff in the mirror, and sure enough, he unrolled his lips and came up on it and went right up to a double C effortlessly. And he said, that's it. What it does, it takes the corners out of play. It gives you a bit of a lip massage. There's no question about that. If you're stiff, I guess. But this isn't the vibration you're getting when you're playing. So that a little secondary to me. But it does take the corners out of play. Okay? Now what happens is this. You are going to unroll the lips. Okay? The bottom lip is not even in the mouthpiece. It's supporting the mouthpiece. Do you see that? Now you see how relaxed those corners are? That's our John Faddis. I'll put a picture of John Faddis. That's what he's getting when he's playing, okay? And it's only the top lip that vibrates, which is the only lip that vibrates anyway when you're playing. A lot of people think differently, but a lot of people are wrong. A lot of people think the lips don't even vibrate at all. They're wrong, okay? Supported by the bottom lip and with a very gentle amount of air. You do not want to overblow these. It's vibrating so much in that cup. If you're not, especially if you're not using a Callet mouthpiece, lots of time guys cut their lips. All right? Now, without even playing, look at the corner. Look at the top lip, how thick it is. All right? That is with very, very little air, and so on. Okay. I got to make this quick. I'm running out of space here. The first, now that was his first, just down chromatically from a pedal C to a low F sharp and back. Okay? Then you go up to the middle register, you pop a middle C, and you flop right down. Just let the chops completely unroll into the mouthpiece and go down to the pedal. Now, I hope this isn't distorting. Guys, you need a wet mouthpiece. Okay, it's going to get stuck. I use a dry mouthpiece to play, so this is a little different, but you're going to need a wet mouthpiece. See, there's not even a break. Okay? And what you're doing is this. That's what you're doing. Okay? Then, that's number 2. And number 3 was completely opposite. You go from the double pedal and bring your unrolled lips back in to touch the tongue, and go up the chromatic scale. So you're doing this. All right? All right? I don't want to go crazy because of the microphone. Now, what happens with number 3? Again, make sure the surface and everything is wet so you can slide right down. Number 3, when you come back up, very, very often, almost completely, when you're doing these, when you first start, it gets stuck in the middle register. Remember, you're not using the valves, so it gets stuck. See, you can't get up to the E. Guys, that is excellent. What that's telling you is you are so relaxed from coming up out of the pedal, and you can't go any farther. You're fighting with your lips to control by the corners. That's what's going. It's taking the corners completely out of the equation. And that is huge. That is huge. Now, once again, you will get to the point where you are just vibrating with that little bit. Okay? But eventually, you want to get to the point. See? I'm pulling at it, and it is not affecting the spit buzz one bit. All right? Those are Jerry pedal tones. And again, maniacally played them when we were younger. And I got to get off. We're going to have to do this in 2 parts unless I get off. All right? So I hope that explains it. But a lot of Perico loves them. We can go on and on about that. I just use them as a reflex reaction now. All right? All right, guys. Love you. Have a great day.